show you just how much more evolved I have become! I've made my new form gold, so it's clear who's sitting atop the pecking order. And to simplify things even further, let's call this Golden Frieza.
How's it, everybody? Celtic Link here. We are back for another Dokkan battle video. In today's video, we have the LR EZA AGL Golden Frieza. Highly anticipated EZA to go along with the new Tech Golden Frieza. So we're going to showcase him here at Rainbow Status. Max Links, one of the few 2022 Yellow Coin LRs that we've managed to Rainbow, and he is so worth it. He is really good. I know a lot of people are calling him a fumble, but I don't think so. Compare him to where he was in 2022, right? 2022, he was probably one of the best cards to have for any team that he could be run on, whether it was the Blues, whether it was Cooler's team or Metal Cooler's team, right? He provided such useful tech as an early slot 1 character, and even being one of the few characters who could live STR Broly's AoE super made him very valuable for a lot of teams. So to see how he translates here to 2025 is going to be pretty awesome. So let's take a look here. On his entrance animation turn, he gets he has guard, all attacks. He has defense 100% for 3 turns, and chance for a critical hit and damage reduction rate 90% for that first turn. After that, every 2 turns that pass, he loses 10% damage reduction rate and 10% critical hit. Now, this is important because before, the way it worked was he would lose that 10% every turn. So even when he wasn't on rotation, he would be losing that. Now they fixed it so it's every 2 turns. So he gets to keep it, and it just means that, you know, it lasts a little bit longer. So now instead of dropping to 70% on his next appearance, he's only going to drop to 80, and then on his next appearance 70, and so on and so on. So it just makes him last a little bit longer. Basic effects are key 6, attack defense 200%, and when HP is 50% or more, he has 200% attack and defense, and launches an additional super attack. For every super attack performed, he gets key 1 up to 3, and defense 30% up to 150%. For every attack received, he gets key 1 up to 3 and attack 30% up to 150%. Starting for the 3rd turn from the start of battle, he gets attack 300% and performs a critical hit when 50% or less HP, and that's once only. Starting from the 5th turn, he gets an additional 100% attack and defense as the 2nd or 3rd attacker, and as on the 7th turn, as the 2nd or 3rd attacker, he gets an additional 100% attack and defense. This is basically designed to counteract the fact that by turn 5, by turn 7, he's lost a lot of his damage reduction rate, which means you're probably not holding him out in slot 1. So they give you buffs for moving him to the 2nd and 3rd slot. So very, very nice here. He is greatly raising attack and on defense. Greatly raising attack and raising defense on his 18 key super, but his 12 keys I've always found more useful. Greatly raising attack for the turn, while not gaining defense, he does lower enemies' attack and defense, so that's very, very helpful. So let's go ahead, let's hop on in here. So we're going to keep the Broly trio on, we're going to send them off, we're going to put him in front here. So 500k defense with 90% damage reduction and guard, and you can see we've only got 2 links here active, so it's not the best, but it'll do. So let's go ahead, let's do that with them, and then we're gonna send off the gods here. So all right, we got a pretty decent turn, honestly. We just gotta hope that it's only a normal that the trio have to take, or at the very least they get their dodge. I mean, this super is a 2.2 million super, so not that crazy. We are doing the Divine Wrath and Mortal Will event, just so we can have event that where we can kind of see his damage reduction lowering occurring, right? But where he really shines is in things like Special Battle or the Hybrid Saiyans events, where he's not going to be losing most of his damage reduction like he normally will. And it doesn't look like we're taking a super on the Frieza, which means it could possibly be on the trio here. So hopefully we get their dodge. Alright, we do get an additional super attack. Alright, it is the normal we had to take, unfortunately. Alright, we get an additional super. So that does mean the super here is probably on the gods. Which, unless they kill, of course. But, I mean, that's fine. They're probably not going to kill, just given this turn. So, yeah. Excellent. Another super. Yeah. Excellent. Okay. So, looks like the gods did quite a bit of work there. We'll take it. And there goes that super. But they shouldn't take any damage. With 2.2 million, this should be nothing. Yep. There we go. And there goes that seal. Okay. So, let's send over... Let's send over that. There we go. Oh, man. I guess we'll just take that. There we go. Alright, so I was hoping we would get up against... I was hoping we would get back up to 50% HP, but that didn't work out. So... Does that mean we're not going to kill? This might mean we actually don't kill this turn. That's going to be funny. Alright, but at least this Frieza's getting built up. I was trying to get him to get stacks, but yeah. Alright, well at least we know we don't have to take a super. And now I'm wishing we had just grabbed the key spheres with Frieza here, because then he would have, he probably would have killed here. Oh, no, never mind. He still does. Okay, nice. Well, now because the Broly trio decided not to dodge, we do have a funny little setup here. Alright, so... We're going to go ahead and grab this with the trio, because we know they're safe. Alright, I'm going to save the active for Frieza. I'm not going to use it now. But let's do this. So, remember, we lost 10% damage reduction, right? Because it's 2 turns now, right? So we're at 70% damage reduction, but we're about to grab the key spheres with Goku here and give him back 8% of that. So he's still going to have 88% damage reduction here. So that's going to be kind of cool. And, you know, he's not getting hit first, so it's not going to be anything crazy. And the super, depending on whether or not who takes the super, right? This is oh, it's actually a little lower. It's a 2 million super. Okay. So, well, let's see what happens to the Broly trio here. All right, not bad. Alright, so we are going to get that extra 300% attack, but we didn't really get fully built up yet, so it's not going to look that impressive, but 27 million there. And remember, alright, there we go, we take that. And so we don't get the additional attack because we're above, so now he's fully built up. So we don't get the additional attack because now we're above, but here comes the 2 million super, and we tank it for double digits, very nice. And now Kid Goku is going to do his thing. Alright, so that worked out nicely. Oh, okay. We're going to keep going, Kid Goku. Nice.
Who do you think you are?
I am Gogeta. Kakarot and Vegeta have fused together to win this.
Alrighty, so now, we're actually going to grab the 12 here with the gods. Swap in here with him. I know he's probably not going to do much, but at least... There we go. Okay, thank goodness. I was worried. It's like, if that first attack is a super, we might be in trouble here. But the gods are able to get their stacks in, which is what we needed. So hopefully this is enough to take him down and move us. Oh yeah, it will be. To move us into the next phase. So perfect. Okay, this worked out. Ooh, okay, yeah. This team needs like one more Frieza unit. Like it. Honestly, if they could. If part 2 could somehow be another Frieza and be like a transforming golden Frieza, that would be super. That would actually really benefit this team a lot.
Who do you think you are?
I am Gogeta. Kakarot and Vegeta have fused together to win this.
Okay, so into the next phase here, we have a 4.2 million super, but these guys can't be attack and defense lower, but I think they, no, I think we're good. Okay. Alright, so we got a big, setup here. Okay, so we have, I mean, we could get guaranteed dodge here. Oh, we gotta set this up. Okay, what if we do this number? No, that didn't work. Okay, hang on. Alright, so we went ahead and we reloaded this here. So we're actually going to grab this with the Gogeta. This is what we're going to do. So we're going to grab that with the Gogeta. And then we're going to grab this with the Frieza. Alright, we're just going to have to bank on that dodge then in the end. So remember, it is the 5th turn, so we have lost 20% of our damage reduction rate, but now we get an additional attack defense for being in the 2nd slot on the 5th turn. So we are actually looking at 800k now, and let's just bank on some dodges here. Excellent. Okay. Alright, and so our Golden Frieza is fully built up here, by the way. Excellent. Okay. Alright, so let's... Okay. So 38 million, not bad, not bad, not bad. Is this enough to kill, though? It will be once we get the additional super attack. Perfect. Okay, so that worked out. Okay, when we didn't have to worry about the Broly Chill, we were a little bit worried there. Okay, excellent. So, unfortunately, super... Oh, come on, really? Okay, well, the Broly Trio hopefully can kill here. Otherwise, we are in a risky situation. There we go. Alright, they do kill. Thank goodness. Okay, so now we are in the Vegito phase, right? We're dealing with a 4.1 million super, I believe, here. So now things are a little bit trickier. So let's see, what can we do here? Oh, the god. I wish we could see where the super attacks are. Because what are his... He can super twice, that's the thing. He can super twice. His attacks are 1.8 million. It might be good. Okay, yeah, I think we're gonna have to do this, so... Let's do Gogeta's active here. Alright, and then now we grab that. It's just because the attacks there, I'm worried about Kid Goku, right? That's the thing. So, and then we transform the gods here.
Let's do this, Vegeta! Damn you! This is a power greater than that of a Super Saiyan God! I'm going to have fun destroying you!
Alrighty. Perfect. Alright, so we'll take that with them. And then, oh, perfect. 8 key spheres here with Kid Goku. So hopefully that's enough to... There we go. Alright, so actually we could have put the gods in slot 1. That's a shame. We could have put the gods in slot 1 and let them continue to stack. But that's fine, right? I don't want him to... I would rather just skip this turn entirely than put Kid Goku in a chance. We got his key sphere, so we got the extra damage reduction, right? So I would rather just skip the turn entirely and not risk Kid Goku eating a super there in the end and just dying. So probably best to just do things this way. Nice. Oh, is Gogeta gonna solo this? I think he just did, didn't he? He just soloed this phase. Yeah, he did. The gods didn't even get us that. So we absolutely could. If he's knowing he was gonna solo, we absolutely could have put the gods in front. Okay. Alright, so a couple things are gonna happen here. So actually gonna do something silly, and we're gonna do this, right? Frieza, well, I don't know. Trunks never supers slot 1, but those are 2 million. Those are that is a 2 million normal. So I don't think I can put Golden Frieza here in front. Maybe we could. Right? Maybe we could. Well, okay. How many orbs can we get here? 8? 8 would give Gogeta... I mean, having the links would be super nice. Hang on, let's see Frieza here. Can we live the normal here? 70% damage reduction rate. We've lost the guard now. He is fully built up, I believe. Plus he's got... So actually we have 78% damage reduction on him. Let's try it here. It just has to be the normal that we survive. Alright, and then for... Because I want to see if Frieza can live this super. This is a 6.3 million super right here. So I do want to see if he can live it. And because remember, so this turn, it's turn 7. So we're not going to have the extra 100% from floating him because we have, right, because he's in slot 2. Or, slot 2. So, let's see. Oh, come on. He never super slot 1. Like, ever. Oh, okay, but we live. Alright. I have never seen him super slot 1. That's actually pretty impressive, because that's a 6.3 million type disadvantage super. Okay. So... That said 50 million, didn't it? Okay, very nice. I'll take it. I'll take it. That's impressive. I did not anticipate that. That's actually pretty impressive here. Alright, and then Vegeta doing his thing. Alright, so I mean, the orbs he sent off did help. Okay, we get an additional super here with Vegeta. Excellent. Oh, we get another one? Oh, we do get another one. Nice. Okay, so I'm liking what I see with Frieza so far. So, yeah, okay, what I can tell you is if Golden Frieza, Tech Golden Frieza survived that, then absolutely, he was going to survive that. Okay, so, what is it? What is his thing here? Alright, it's 40%, 5% per key sphere, right? So with 10, that should be 100%, right? And unless I'm reading that wrong. Right? So if we get 10 right here, with him, that should be guaranteed. Alright, yeah, unless I'm reading that wrong, 10 should be guaranteed. There we go. Okay, sweet. Okay, so that worked out nicely. Yeah, so, I mean, if we die here to Trunks, that's fine. We can call the showcase there. We saw pretty much everything we needed to see here in terms of damage reduction, right? So up to turn 7 here, this fight went, and, right, we only lost 30% damage reduction, right? Or I'm sorry, 40%, right? Because turn 1 he had 90, turn 3 he has 80, turn 5 he's got 70, turn 7 he's got 60% actually. Okay, yeah, okay, so I mean not bad. All right, we might actually be able to kill on this next turn because now Trunks will be a little bit less beefy. Alright, kind of wish we were able to get more key spheres with gods, but we kind of did what we had to do in order to ensure that the Broly trio got their stacks off, or not stacks, but got their 7 orbs. Alright, can't be taking any random attacks here with these guys. Excellent. Okay, so that did actually work out for us. Alright, and so now we transition into... Okay, perfect. Okay, so we can actually use Golden Frieza's active, so let's go ahead and let's do that here. Oh, wait, oh.
Reduce you in this sorry excuse for a planet into dust!
Alright, so not bad. I mean, could be better. I suppose you would want it on that first turn where he's got the below 50%, right? That's when you would want to do it. But I mean, it still works. Alright, so let's go ahead. Let's pop Kid Goku's active here. Alright, not bad. Could be better, but we'll take it. Alright, so we'll get the 7 here, which means we will get his buff. Alright, and then we're going to grab that with him. Alright, and then we'll go ahead and use Golden Frieza's active here.
This is Golden Frieza! The last thing you will ever see!
Excellent. Okay, now we can go ahead and... It actually doesn't matter what we grab, so... Let's just grab that so we can set up some key spheres on the next rotation. Oh, we are going to get the Dokkan attack with Kid Goku, too. Okay, what is this dude? This dude never would super in slot one. Like, every single time I've done this, he would never super slot one. What is going on here? Okay. Alright, well, Kid Goku's getting the super attack here. Let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oop. Okay. We'll get a nice... Oh, jeez. We have barely... I'm just realizing we have barely done anything to this dude's HP. Okay, that's fine. Alright, so Kid Goku gonna get a couple super attacks. We did get 7, so we do have the extra stat buff. And then that extra 8% damage reduction. Alright, so 68% damage reduction is what he's got right now. Alright, 39 million. So not as much as the last turn where we actually procced that 50%, right? Here we go. Okay, we get an additional super, so we're... that was the hidden potentials, I think. So I don't think we can get another one here. Yeah, okay, I thought so. It's a shame that Trunks doesn't do that many attacks, because Golden Frieza is probably not going to... Oh, okay, well, we've still got 94 million, okay. I was going to say, it's a shame that Trunks doesn't do that many attacks, because we do a lot more. And I'm still mad about that Vegito turn. We could have let the gods stack. We could have let the gods stack there. But I didn't want to risk the... There we go, we'll take that. That's a nice setup there. Okay, so Frieza helped us out there a lot. Okay. 7, really? Okay. Alright, let's pop the gods active here.
Now it's my turn! Yeah!
Alright, nice. Alright, so I'm actually going to let the gods go first here, because at least if they miss the dodge, they're not going to die. If they miss the dodge, they're not going to die to the normals, which is exactly what's going to happen if Gogeta misses the dodge. And it happened like 3 showcases in a row. Yeah, see? Yeah, it happened like 3 showcases in a row. Like, we would literally die if Gogeta misses that dodge. So, yeah, we learned our lesson. As much as we would love to let him attack first, you know, we'll have to take this. But yeah, the gods aren't doing that much, obviously, because, you know, shenanigans. Alright, but I think with the key spheres we got for Gogeta, that ought to be enough to finish up here. But let's see. Alright, 46 million. I think if we get the crits, we should. Yeah, I mean, not letting the gods stack. That was our biggest blunder there. Not letting the gods stack. Oh no, we actually didn't kill here. Okay. Watch me die, because Vegeta here misses a dodge. And there goes. See, that's what I'm... Okay, nice. That's what I'm used to seeing, is that kind of shenanigans right there. Really, really, like, I can see the path to 7, and you just can't give it to me. I can see the path to 7, and you're just not gonna give it to me. Yeah, look, and then there goes... Ugh. I hate that so much. Is that enough to kill? I don't... Okay, we basically have to bank on a Broly Trio dodge, so we might die here, because the game said no. Yeah, we might die here, unless we get the perfect dodge with Broly Trio, including their hidden potential dodge. but I doubt that would happen. But we'll probably die here. Yeah, there it goes. Okay, well, we saw what we needed to see. Now that's unfortunate. All because I didn't trust the gods to get their stacks. Oh well. Alright, so there you have it, folks. There is the showcase for the AGL Golden Frieza. He is pretty awesome, right? He does exactly what he needs to do. He becomes an excellent tank no matter when you use him, whether it's early turn or late game, right? By late game, you've got him in slot 2 or even slot 3, floating him off to be a perfect point. I don't know where people are getting this idea that he's a fumble, right? He's tanked just about every major hit in this fight, aside from the Vegito hits. So, I mean, I really don't know what more to say about his performance here. So very, very impressed, and I can't wait to test him out in the special battle stages, because I feel like that's where he's going to shine the most, because that's when his damage reduction is going to be up the most, right? Here we got down to 50% damage reduction, which I still think post super, right, if Trunks had supered, we would have lived, right? We would have lived that. So it'll be interesting to see how he performs in the special battle. So, guys, that's it for the video. If you liked the video, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you have not already. And in the comments down below, let us know what are your thoughts on LR Golden Frieza's EZA. I think they knocked it out of the park. Don't know where this idea that he's a fumble is coming from. I think he's doing exactly what he's designed to do, and exactly what he did before, just now better, which is really what you want when we talk about EZA. So that's it for the video, guys. If nothing else, thanks for watching, and aloha.